Hey guys, it's Sierra. I am filming another video today, and since it is June 2nd, also known as Pride Month, I'm gonna do a rainbow eye look. We'll see. I haven't done one in forever, so this will be a learning experience for both of us. Anyway, like and subscribe if you haven't done that already, and we will just get into this video now. So I don't know exactly what I'm doing. We're just gonna fucking just do whatever and see how it goes. So I'm gonna use some of my Shape Tape, you know. We're gonna prime the lids. Very scientifically. And we buff that all out. Call it a day. So we're gonna try this Take Me Back to Brazil palette, which I've used, as you can see, quite a bit, especially that pink one. And we're gonna start with red. And let's see what brush we want to use. We'll just use this little fluffy brush here. And let's see. Let's go in. Yeah, we'll start on the outer corner. We're just going to build some color up there. This brush is not... We're going to try a different brush here. We're going to try to build as much color as we can. I want it to be bright. Alright. This red is not coming out quite as bright as I'd like it to, but I think we got a good base going. Okay, so, well, Laura, don't mind my pimple. I know it's very cute. We'll cover that up here momentarily. Blend it out a little bit. We don't want it to blend it too far though, because we're going to add other colors. Oh. Alright, we're going to clean that brush off on a towel next to me, so not, you know, don't worry about it, don't be all fancy. And we're going to go back in, same palette, and we're going to use this orange right here. And just like with the first color, we're just going to pack on as much color as we can and start layering that on next to the red. This orange though, which I have not used before, is not great. That's not really giving me what I want. So, let's see. Get a different palette here. Zulu palette. And once again, in my other video, we're just going to use this orange here. I like this one because it's like super pigmented. Always. And more or less just kind of patting it into the eye because we're trying to get as much color as possible. And then when you get next to the red, you're just gonna buff it out just a little bit. There we go. And I think the red needs to be darker. So I'm gonna go back in a little bit with the red.
Baby.
What?
How you doing in there?
Quit talking to me. My boyfriend's here making me more awkward than usual, so that's fine. I'm gonna make this red like super bright. Alright, so You guys know the rainbow. Next color we're doing is yellow. And I am going to use the Take Me Back to Brazil palette, but I'm going to start with this one since I already have it open. I'm going to try this yellow here. Same brush. I cleaned it off over here. Yellow is a hard color to get to show up on makeup without first like priming, so you could probably get most of these colors on without putting some sort of wet base down, but yellow really doesn't like to do that. So I'm going to go back in. That color was more orange than yellow. So let's try this one. It's not quite showing up on camera as yellow, but it is. Let's see. And I feel like the orange is not showing up, so just one moment. Alright, so I still just don't feel like that orange is like quite the color I want, so I'm going to go back in with my Morphe Second Nature palette, and we're going to use this like super bright orange. This is like my go-to palette for basically everything in my life, honestly. Like, most days if I have eyeshadow on, I have this palette on. I got it for Christmas like a year ago and have been living for it since. There we go in. And all the colors I'm using are matte colors, if that makes any difference. We're just going to blend that all out. You can see, blended quite well. Alright, so one eye is somewhat done. We're going to take this very, very light yellow in the Take Me Back to Brazil palette, this one right here. And I'm going to kind of just buff out this line. I don't want to have like a solid line. I'll just blend this out. Nothing too crazy. Alright. So, now we're on to the next eye. And this eye, obviously the last color in the rainbow is purple. So I'm going to go in first on the corner. I just feel like it's easier to work from the outside in. And I'm going to do the Juvia's Place palette. And we're going to start with this purple here, which I've also never used, so let's see. I'm going to go in. Sorry if like my other mirror gets in the way. Trying to use like 3 different mirrors right now, and that's, I don't know why I'm doing that. Once again with the red, we just want to like build as much color as we can. Right into that corner. I always knock the dust off, because if you don't and you already have your foundation done, you're going to have makeup just like all over everything. Most of the time I don't do my foundation first though, just because I am messy and we don't want makeup just like ruining the rest of your makeup. This red's, or this purple is, this red, am I colorblind? That's fine. We're going to go back into this Take Me to Brazil palette, and there's this and this color here I'm going to kind of mix together. I just want this to be a bit brighter than it is. It looks pretty bright in my camera, but in person it's kind of dull looking. We're just going to blend that out. Alright, so There's some purple. Buff it. Okay. And next color, we're going to do, let's see, this blue and this one together and mix them together a little bit. And, oh, that did nothing. It's not what we want. We want bright. Let's see. We're going to use Chasing Rainbows. I'm going to go to this blue, which is probably my favorite eyeshadow of all time. It's more like a teal, but I can layer it over with a darker color, kind of give it more of a blue look. But you need something with like a lot of pigmentation. I knocked over the table on that. Oops. Oh, we're gonna go. Oh yeah, that's better. We got it. Now I'm just gonna layer these two next to each other like we did on the other side. I don't even think I need to put anything over that. That looks pretty good. I might just do just a tiny, tiny bit of the dark blue from the Take Me Back to Brazil palette and just kind of pat that over it. Just to deepen up the color, just a tid. Alright. And now we're doing green. I never have good luck with my greens in any of my palettes, so we'll see how it goes. And I'm going to use a variation of probably all three of those colors. And I'm still using the same brush, by the way, in case you were wondering. So, I'm going to get some color on here. And go in with this. Ooh! Rainbow. Sorry. Got my mirror all up in your guys' view. We're just trying to get prided out here. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. And we'll just pat, 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 pat. I put too much green on and it took up some of the blue, so we're gonna, same thing, go back in over that with the blue. Now you can see this fall out all over my face. Luckily, I don't have foundation on yet, so we're good. And then I'm gonna go back in just like I did before, and I'm just gonna take a light pink shade instead this time and just barely blend out this line so it doesn't look quite as harsh. Oh, I just threw my brush at the ground. That's fine. One second, let me just get down here. Did you guys like my backdrop? Very professional, I know. I just set this up in our like whatever, in the upstairs at our house. Mom's gonna come home and be like, what is this that you've created? Like, don't worry about it, Ma. Okay, so we are a rainbow queen. I feel like there's like missing some color right here. We're just gonna pat that in. Let's focus. There we go. Okay. So we'll do the under eye in a second. But next step is we're going to do these brows, and then we'll go in on the face. So I don't know how everybody else does their eyebrows, but honestly, this is what my eyebrows look like without any makeup on it, so I don't need a whole lot of special stuff, and everybody uses like Ka-Brow and all that, but I use this, the Nightingale palette by Pretty Vulgar. I got it in my BoxyCharm box like last year or something, and I just use this color right here, and I just fill in my brows. Let's see if I can find a little flat brush like this. And same thing, you pat this off, and then I start right at the head of the eyebrow and just work my way down. And then I go to the top, and I don't go all the way to the very end of the brow. I start more like about here, because I like to like kind of fade that area out. I don't want it to be super dark, because I'm mostly just like filling in my brows for the look, because recently I haven't even been doing that. So we'll just keep that filled in as well as we can. And then I just take this brush, I don't add any more color to it, and I just blend up. See? And then get one of these, which says stuff like all over it, so let's just get that out. It's like fuzz. Okay. I take my spoolie and I just brush the tail down and up and out. There you go. We got no brow, brow. Ka-Brow. Or something, I don't know. And we'll do the same on this one. So I just start right here at the front and I work my way down. And the same on the top. I know a lot of people like create a new brow when they fill in their brows, but like it's just didn't like, I don't know, my eyebrows just don't like need to be a different shape. Look at my dog right now. Let me see what's going on. Coda, what are you doing? Like, are you in trouble? He's just been standing there for like 10 minutes, just like being really awkward and weird. Oh, now I messed up the camera. Let's fix that. There we go. Anywho, back to what we were doing. Colton, come here and look at Coda. Oh, he moved. He's just like standing there like staring at the wall like a weirdo. And we brush that out. What do you want?
Just return on the camera.
Go away. My boyfriend is standing in front of the camera. You guys can't see him. Come over here and say hi.
No.
Come over and say hi.
No.
Stop. Look, I'll make him see anyway. Oh, I can't find you. There he is. Okay, so got makeup under my eye, but I don't have any makeup on, so that's fine. Fill that out. Alright, so I'm like somewhere in between using a beauty blender and this brush. I can never decide which one I want to use. So I'm going to use the brush today. Oh, look, it's a kitty cat. I know. That is the loudest, most obnoxious cat you'll ever meet in your life. And this is Born This Way Too Faced. You can't see it because my phone won't. There we go. Warm Nude. I just like put it all over the top and then just like go ham. And I just blend it out like everywhere in America, into my hairline, which is why being like when I was bleach blonde, it was like so annoying because you're always trying to get foundation out of your hair. Like there's always just like foundation all over everything. Here, let me flip that up. I usually flip up my septum while I do my face because if I don't, it just gets makeup all over it. And it's, I feel like, harder to clean. And I can't change it yet, so it's just kind of a pain in the ass. This foundation is like my whole life. Like I've used a bunch of other foundations. This one I just like seriously love. You can like build it to be more full coverage if you'd like, or less. I'm actually feeling a little bit more full coverage for this look just because my makeup is so bright. So I'm actually going to go in with the Beauty Blender in a couple of spots and just like make that more solid. We don't need to see my skin at all. All right. I still feel like something's off about this eye. But if you've ever done eyeshadow, you know that sometimes before you put on eyelashes and stuff, it just doesn't look right. So like if you're ever doing a makeup look and you're like, wow, this is literally disgusting, I have to wipe this off my face immediately, think about like, give it until like after you put on mascara. And if you put on mascara and then it still sucks, then be like, okay. I think maybe it just looks weird because it's like so dark and I don't wear a lot of dark eyeshadow. I don't know. I'm using this. Okay, so this brand, let's see. This brand is called AOA. Asian beauty brand. And I got this for, I believe it was honestly $1 on their website, along with the eyeliner that I'll more than likely be using. And it didn't even take that long to get to me or anything, and it's seriously so good. So I recommend checking it out, and if you hate it, it was literally only $1, so what are you missing out on? This pimple just like wants to be part of my life and I don't want it to be. Shut up, Colton. So, now we got that going. We're just gonna blend it all out. Blend it, blend it. Blend it. What y'all know about that? And get a little nose action here. I already have a little nose, so like I don't necessarily need to contour my nose, but I just feel like it gives it a little bit more like definition because I have such a little button nose. And then we'll just blend this on down and pretend like we don't got double chins. Like, oh, who's got a defined jaw? Not me. But we can pretend with makeup because that's what it's for. There we go. I don't over contour because it's just like a lot of work and it's not really my forte when it comes to makeup. I want it to be fun, not a chore. And let's see. I'm missing what I'm looking for here. around it. So before I set my makeup, I like to go in and do like my bronze, my I can't talk. Yeah, my bronzer. That's it. Never mind. So I'm using this blushed, bronzed, and ready to glow. Yeah, this one I used in my last video, which is still very much expired. And we're going to use this color here. I'm just like really like getting in there. And we'll just go back over where that contour was and just like really get like that tanned look. I'm really tan, but I like to be like even tanner than that. The darker I look, the better. And they say not to put bronzer like up like over, at least in the beauty book that I'm taught in school. It says not to. But I feel like it gives you more of like a sun-kissed look if you do. So, fuck them. And then I'm going to use both of these. And I tap that off because the bronzer isn't that dark, but the blush will like seriously like do some damage if you put too much on, especially this top one. I don't know if they still sell these, but if they do and you get one, just like be aware that it's dark. Oh, now that we look like, you know, bronzed, I'll go in with trusty e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder. It's just like a white, you know, translucent powder. And I don't put it everywhere because I do like to look slightly dewy, but I don't want to look oily. So I just hit like the T-zone and then the chin. And nobody got time for that. Alright, so let's see. Like, do I want to fix... Okay. So let's do some eyeliner. Yeah. I'm back. Had to go get my eyeliner that I apparently didn't bring. So it's that same brand, that AOA. Come on. There we go. It's like the best eyeliner I've ever used, honestly, and it was $1. So. Oh, we're gonna take it. Eyeliner. Oh, there's the... Takes a lot of my focus to do eyeliner. It's hard to talk through it. I always start on my outer wing and then work my way in. I used to go the other direction and I felt like I made more mistakes. So I switched it up and I feel like this has worked better for me. I do like a thin, you know, quick swipe. And then I take it. As far as it goes, if it stops there, then it stops there. If it makes it all the way to the corner of the eye, that's fine. I don't force it. And then I go in and I start real low on the eye. I don't want it to be real thick at the corner of the eye. My eyes get squinty when I'm smiling and stuff, and I don't want it to like take away from my eyes. I want it to accentuate them, not, you know what I'm saying. So, okay, we're gonna fill this in. Eyeliner check. I messed up my eyebrows though. Okay, unbrushed them while I was putting on foundation, so I just go back in and brush those back out. Oh, there's that. I'm gonna put on some lashes and some lipstick and some highlighter. And I'll be right back. So, one moment. So, I was putting on my eyelashes and realized that I did not put eyeshadow on my bottom lashes. So, what are you doing? So, we're going to use this, just regular old, it's kind of a firmer brush. We're going to use the exact same colors we did on the top, but we're going to do them on the bottom. So, I'm going to start with the red, and we're going to go under. And try to build as much color on that as we can. Okay. And we're going in with the orange. Like I said, I'm using the same colors that I was using the first round. Oh, no new products being used. Just like knocked something out of my lashes. There we go. Try not to wipe at your face if you get like fallout, because it's going to spread across your whole freaking cheek and then you're not going to have a good time. You have to reapply a foundation or whatever in that area, and girl, that's more work than I want to do. And then we go yellow. And for some reason the orange just is like not like showing up. There we go. And to the other side, purple. Like my eyeshadow face. If like this whole video I'm like looking over here, it's because like I can see myself here, but my camera lens is like over there. And we'll do blue. And green. And we're going to blend this purple side out a little bit more. Alright, so 1 second, I'll be back with the finished look. Alright, so here is the final look. We got rainbow. Got my rainbow highlighter on, and since I didn't show you guys, it's literally like a Wet n Wild one I got during Halloween time. But here's the final look. You go on my Instagram, which is The Real Sierra Lutz. I will post pictures of the look more up close if you would like to see it. I will also have a list of all the products I used. on my Instagram. I'll put a link of that below. And thanks for watching. I know the video was kind of long, so I appreciate you taking your time out of your day to watch it. If you have anything specific you'd like me to do, any like specific looks, or if there's any bloggers that you really like that did a look and you'd like me to try to recreate it, like James Charles or Jeffree Star or anything of that type, just let me know and I can do that too. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and thanks for coming.